Welcome to another episode of Still Don't Have a Name. Guys, tell me if you have a name, because I don't. But today, the topic of this video is my time in AEW. Yeah, I wrestled in AEW not once, but twice. Well, technically once AEW Dark, and the second time was Ring of Honor, which is technically, I guess, same shit, but different shit, you know? But yeah, guys, today I wanted to deep dive into my experience wrestling at AEW. People ask me this question all the time. People ask me what it's like to work there. They also ask me what it's like to work at WWE, TNA. So those videos will be coming, but today we're gonna break down all things wrestling for AEW. But before we do that, make sure you check out stephdelandastore.com. Use the code SDLYouTube for 10% off everything all the time. So guys, check it out. There's always a whole bunch of deals going on. StephDelandastore.com with the code SDLYouTube for 10% off.
Meet me where I'm at. Yeah. Step into the jungle. Step into the jungle.
Now let's get into it. AEW. So the first time I was there, I wrestled on AEW Dark, and I wrestled Marina Shafir. Machina's kind of a cool name though. Marina Shafir. And I've known Marina for a long time because we were actually at NXT together. We were in the same training class. Oh my God, I literally can't speak. Fuck me. We were in the same training class for quite a while. So I trained with Marina multiple times per week. So I've wrestled around with her a bunch, trained with her a bunch. I know what she's like in the ring. I know her stuff. I know that I'm gonna get judo thrown on my ass multiple times and probably kicked in the face with a bare foot, and that's the way that it's gonna go when you're wrestling the problem. That's how it is. We had a training match at WWE at the PC. I actually was that was like her last thing before she got released, unfortunately. But I got to wrestle her. We actually had a really good match. I didn't know like what our chemistry would be like because she does like all the judo stuff, all the judo stuff, jujitsu, juju. I don't know about any of the shoot style shit, so I don't even know what it's called, but she's a shoot fighter. She could fucking kill all of us with her bare hands. And obviously I'm the complete, I could probably kill someone, but like, am I not meant to say that on YouTube? Probably shouldn't talk about killing people on YouTube, but I could do that too with my bare hands, but I would not be as efficient as Marina, that's for damn sure. Moral of the story is she knows how to fight, and I do gaga entertaining wrestling. So I didn't know how our styles would mesh, but I think we actually had really good chemistry and we had a great match, that little PC live. Anyways, taking us to AEW. It was quite soon after I got released, I think. Like I got released, I had 6 months off, and then I did AEW. And I still didn't really know like who I was or who I wanted to be. Like I had a name, I had an outfit, I had a song, but like I hadn't started teaming with Cardona yet. I hadn't really found myself as far as like what my personality on the indies was gonna be. So like the match was actually good. Like I think the match was good again. But also in like a match that's a few minutes long on AEW Dark, that's kind of like when you're being brought in as an extra or as an enhancement talent, it is a bit harder to show your personality or show your move set or like quote unquote get your shit in, because usually those kind of matches are more the signed contracted talent is generally more dominant, and the quote-unquote extra or enhancement talent is there to kind of take some bumps and do their job. Obviously, I still got plenty of my shit in, and I think it was a good match. But I think just at that point in my career, I didn't really know where I wanted to go, and I didn't really know where I wanted to land. And like I had that, and then I had TNA, I think like within the same period of time, and I did some extra work for TNA. Then I did Ring of Honor, and I had a match against Willow Nightingale, and I thought we would have good chemistry, but I don't think the match was great on my behalf probably, but I mean we were wrestling like after midnight. And at that point in my career, still, like, as I said, same kind of thing. I wasn't sure who I was or what I wanted to be. And if you don't know yourself, how are you going to portray that to the audience? Or if you have, like, if you don't even feel connected to what you're trying to be or what you're trying to do, it's going to come off like that. And I don't think it came off like that in my performances. I think they were both fine matches, but I think it's indicative of like that time period of my career. I didn't know what I wanted in any way. I didn't know where I wanted to work. And I think when you don't know where you want to work, it's like, well, how do you even know what the fuck you should be? You know what I mean? And that's something that I always say to people when they say they want to get signed. I'm like, get signed where though? Because wanting to go to WWE is different to wanting to go to AEW, is different to wanting to go to TNA. And to get to all those three things, like, you've got to be good at slightly different shit, because they all have slightly different flavors of wrestling. And you also have to know like which way to pivot and which way to go. And I didn't know yet. So once I decided I wanted to work with TNA, then things kind of fell more into place because I started working towards that. So yeah, it was kind of an interesting lesson of like, if you go into something not really sure what you want to do or what you want to get out of it or what you want to be or whatever else, you're probably going to get like wishy-washy results out of it. You're probably not going to get what you want. Whereas if you go in like, you know, if I went into that being like, I want to work at AEW and today I'm here to try my best to get a job, then maybe like it would have went differently, you know what I mean? But because I was still in that indecisive mode of like, I don't really know what I want out of this, then it's like, well, if you don't even know what the fuck you want, then like, how is anyone going to give you what you want? Because you don't even know what it is. It's interesting food for thought. I didn't mean to get so like philosophical on the YouTube channel, but yeah, that was kind of my experience working with AEW. As far as like all the other bullshit, as far as like logistics and stuff, like TV wrestling in general is obviously very different to the indies. So you get accustomed to a certain level of comfort as far as like catering and, you know what I mean, and nice venues and proper locker rooms and proper bathrooms and nice rings and all that kind of stuff. So no matter where you are, like no matter what TV company you're at, those luxuries are always nicer than when you go to the indies and you're like, oh my God, this sucks. Or like, this ring's fucked, or I'm not getting paid well, or whatever else. So like, you know, a payday and a day at work at TV is usually going to be more like enjoyable than an indie for the most part. Not always. There's ups and downs in everything that you do, but yeah, overall I had a good experience. Would I go back? Yeah, maybe. Like I would go anywhere. Like there's like, I wouldn't say anywhere, but wherever my journey leads me and wherever the money takes me is where I will be. So yeah, that's that on AEW. Guys, if you liked this video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me at Steph DeLanda on TikTok, Instagram, fucking what's the other ones? Twitter, YouTube, all that, at Steph DeLanda. Make sure you go to stephdelandastore.com. Use the code SDLYouTube for 10% off everything. That's right, you heard it, 10% off everything. Guys, I love you. Until next time, bye.